with the Washington football team.
Out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Jordan Hicks.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. To throw, Huntley.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point.
He's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
7. Washington, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. This is Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Geis, the ball carrier.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Off play action. Huntley. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Open man is Jacob Hollister. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Washington.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
9 at the Cardinals' 32-yard line.
2nd and 9. From the gun, Huntley. And this is Latimer, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Washington.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
To throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for.
But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here's Huntley. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to number
Terry McLaurin,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here at 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Shotgun now from Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. They'll pick up the 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
from the gun on third down. Murray gets it off to Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
6-yard.
Montez Sweat. For a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a run with Geis. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
7 yards.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Huntley. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And a Washington first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
first down. Huntley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Huntley. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Huntley slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. He's going to go up top again. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. This one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He was brought
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. It seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading, understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. Now a man coming off a career season. Here's Kenyon Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Washington 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
15-yard line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Huntley. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
On the play.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Geis trying to get to the outside. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll have there Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Cardinals 21. Washington.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Huntley slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from getting their kick.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 51 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray, nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now Murray off play action. With 11 seconds remaining now. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
He's going to let this one go for Latimer. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big will get the football back. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They start on the ground with Geis. He'll be marked down at at the 26 with a gain of 7.
The Washington ball.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3 yards remain for second down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A gain there of 21 yards. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 35, Washington 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
For 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
On 3rd down, Huntley. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
15. And the Washington 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, Huntley. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, They're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Huntley, he'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL better...
And Freeman lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw on 3rd down, Huntley. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Jabal Sheard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Offensive line, they're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
should be the final play before the quarter ends. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Cardinals add on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads like they had a victory. All of a sudden, we're going home with a loss.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a toss. This is Geis. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Sometimes, Brand, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Geis. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
At the Cardinals' 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Geis. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Geis. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Washington.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll hand it down to Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 4th down, Huntley. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
I thought he did a a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Robert Alford there defensively.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Huntley. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. From the gun, Huntley. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final score line, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2 points.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Cards, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.